federal prison. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. Hang up to decline the call or to accept, dial 5 now. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To decline this call, hang up.
Is it the most provably innocent political prisoner in all of America?
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying the nice weather and the nice sun. I hope you get to do that someday soon.
Well, I just was typing up into the computer the Demaya brief.
Okay.
I got it in an envelope along with your transcripts and everything else you've been asking for. Even the White House letter.
Oh, good. Did you get my attachments A, B, and C?
No.
You never got it. They definitely mailed it, man. They must be holding it up in the mailroom.
I know. Yeah, they probably are. Anyway, I'm going to get this in the mail to you tomorrow.
Okay.
I was just going to. I'm typing it, and I was going to send it to you, so you'll have it tomorrow.
Okay.
So you can see the argument, share it with all your people. You know, now would really, really, really be the time. Now that Trump says, well, you guys don't want to salute the flag, just give me a list of those prisoners, and I'll release them, he said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a list.
Now would be the time.
Yeah.
You got a list? Yeah.
I definitely got a list. No, we have been writing to him, and we will continue to write to him. That's everybody's talking about that, about how he's got 3,000 pardons on his desk, and he's in the pardoning mood, and this is the time to, while the iron's hot to strike.
Yep. I could just. I didn't get to the library. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll get to the library at lunchtime tomorrow, and then I'll make sure I keep a White House letter here. It just says he's investigating my case. I was going to send my mother's letter that she wrote for herself and me with it. You can put it online. Anyway.
You asked me a question last time. Go ahead, but you asked me a question about supersede indictment.
Yeah.
This call is from a federal prison.
So I only have two documents. One document is a 2241, and the other one is a 2255. And I mean, I did find the word superseding, I believe, but I don't know if that means anything.
Well, it's going in the way it's written, so you'll have a copy.
All right.
I'm sending you the only copy. Okay.
All right.
So everything's. This is our $3,500 brief.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, we've been just keeping this guy going and going and going, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Guy's supposedly paying the last installment that we owed. But I'm sending you the 2241 and the amended 2241 and the 2255.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it's quite a package, and they have no choice. When you read this, you'll have it tomorrow, but when you read this, they really have no choice. Not only did they call my crime a crime of violence, and Demaya says it's not, but they even sent me straight to ADX. They don't send people to ADX for nonviolent crimes.
Yeah. I know. That's the same thing with Schaefer Cox. They sent him to a secret CMU prison where he was very limited in his ability to reach out and communicate with anybody, and they had live monitoring where they just cut him off if he talked about any unapproved topic. So I heard they sent you to ADX Supermax in Florida, and that's the worst prison. That's one of the worst 3 prisons that I know about.
Well, they sent me to Colorado at ADX.
Yeah. What did I say? ADX Supermax in Colorado. That's right.
Yeah, it's Florence. Yeah, Florence, Colorado. I thought you said Florida, but it might have been a slip. Anyway, I was just reporting to you where we're at. We are done on this end, and it's going to go in the mail tomorrow, your big package of everything. And I'm typing it right now. I got to hit send in the next hour. So by morning or tomorrow at lunchtime, you should have the 2255 and hopefully the 2241 on your computer. But the whole package is bigger than just that. It has other stuff there that you'll have. the rest of it in the mail. So.
Yeah. How long did you spend in ADX Supermax? Just curious.
Well, it takes 6 years to get out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody leaves.
Oh
for
my gosh.
6 years.
Insanity, man! I'm surprised you still got your mind in one tact. I heard that's like one of the worst places in this planet.
It is.
Yeah.
But when you're talking to Trump, tell him this, that I was sent straight to ADX for now what is deemed not a crime of violence. Really?
Yeah.
In other words, straight to AD. It was like a medieval dungeon. I mean, there was hooks where they chain you to the bed, and it was concrete floor and double electric doors.
Wow.
Slide, wham, wham. Yeah, and the food comes through a little slot.
It's called 4-point. Do they call it 4-point shackling?
Just to go to the rec cage. It's a cage, it's the size of 10 by 10 room.
Yeah.
Just to go to the rec cage, they put shackles on your legs, leg irons.
I see. David, I'm surprised you can even have a normal conversation with me. I mean, we got to get you out of there and get you smelling the fresh air and in the sun and walking on the beach, man.
Well, it kind of reminded me of that movie, The Count of Monte Cristo. Remember the dungeon they threw you into?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So anyway, I CC'd you a letter that I sent my father. You probably read it by now.
I don't think it's came in. It has not come in.
I think that the copper is working, and guy sent me a phone number that I'm supposed to call, but it doesn't work from this prison. I think it's WU. Is that water or something? I don't know.
Water Charity? Watercharity.org?
I think so. I think that's what it was, but he wants me to call him, but the number's blocked. But anyway, I'm real excited because when I was doing all my clinical work overseas and lecturing, I never even knew the copper did the viruses. I was using zinc and silver. The fact that the copper does everything is really, really exciting, It's like, it's exciting. So,
yeah.
Guy's excited right now. He wants to make a concentrate in syrup, of calcium syrup. I sent you an email about that too, and Guy said he got it.
Okay.
But, we're gonna be able. The calcium absorbs the toxins that make you feel sick. So that's a perfect thing to mix with the copper. A syrup of calcium with about 1,000 parts copper, and 1 ounce should totally remove the head cold in a couple hours. There's 1 ounce of that should be like, bam, the flu's gone.
Yeah. John Lamb can testify to that. He was over at my house. I saw him getting sick as a dog, and he took a swig of your copper water, and next thing you know, all his symptoms were gone, and he was back ready, looking normal.
You know what we're about to do? We're about to make all inoculations obsolete. Think about that. We're about to make penicillin obsolete.
Yeah. I wish King Maswati. I wish that King Maswati and Matt Damon would reply. I've tried my best to send your audio to both of those individuals. They got the message. It's just I don't know what's wrong with these people. Maybe they just I don't know. I don't want to speculate.
Well, if I can get the heck out of Dodge, I would love to just go with any group that will have. I could just go back and work with the Doctors Without Borders. I think they would accept me.
Is there like a CEO of that group that I can try to send your audios to?
They're in Holland, and I don't know. I just worked with doctors that worked for them.
I see.
Yeah. See, I never got paid. I was never on anybody's payroll because
This call is from a federal prison.
Even the legal briefs I did that I asked you to get from Mel and Rod, I never got paid a dime for any of the stuff I used to do for people.
Yeah.
I just, after my laundry business was destroyed, I ended up as a doorman at the Tropicana 3 nights a week. And I would make about $300 a night in tips just setting the bags on the curve. So I was able to continue doing all my charity work even after my business was shut down and destroyed.
Yeah. No, I understand. You know, it's amazing all the activities you've been involved in, and you've still spent 15 years in prison, so you must have been a very active man before they threw you in prison. Just a thought, I know you're probably getting tired of making these audios. I know you made an audio for, you know, John B. Wells, Matt Damon, the King Mswati. If you wanted to make a specific audio to Doctors Without Borders, that's one more log on the fire, and I could send it to them, but that's up to you. I don't know if, you know, at what point you're going to get tired of making these audios.
I mean, we can do it right now. I don't know how much time.
Yeah. From what I tell you, got about 4.5 minutes. If you want to make one, I'll make sure I'll send it to their website.
Okay. Back in 2000, I started working with the doctors that worked for the Doctors Without Borders in the year 2000, right after I got my degree in naturopathy. And I actually went to Russia because I wanted to meet with Dr. Gold in the Kathy Keaton story. He's now working in St. Petersburg. And basically, I was also giving lectures all over Europe. My last lecture was in Kharkov, Ukraine. I spoke about infectious diseases, and I had 2 surgeon generals there. My interpreter was Roman Ponomarenko. I worked with Anton Botha, is a name they might recognize, you know, from the Botha diamond mines in South Africa. But anyway, we were doing different clinical studies in Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Swaziland, the Ukraine, a little bit in Russia. We just kind of went all over, and I was working with doctors that were working with the Doctors Without Borders. And what I would like to know is, would the Doctors Without Borders be interested in the concepts of using copper as a cure for AIDS and malaria? It kills all viruses and all parasites, and it's what I've discovered, and I would like to give it to you guys at the Doctors Without Borders if you're interested. I've been here talking to Rudy about offering this copper. See, copper is normally poisonous. There's even a disease caused by taking bad copper. It's called Wilson's disease. And I found a way to make copper non-toxic, and copper is known to kill every virus known to man, and copper also kills all parasites. It even crosses the blood-brain barrier. It takes out the brain-eating amoeba. In other words, it is a do-all, cure-all for everything. And I'm in prison as a political prisoner based on the fact that the FDA does not want me to share this with the world, but we are not going to slow down. So if you guys are interested, I would be honored to work with you in the future and give you the technology to make the copper into a non-toxic drink. How does that sound, Rudy?
It sounds really good. I would just add, in the time that we have left, keep in mind David's calling from a prison phone that's limited on time. It's going to cut us off. But, David, you have several testimonies to the medicinal benefits of this copper water, and we have, recorded these testimonies of all these people that have benefited from your product. And you were very successful in, in promoting and using this product before you were targeted. And I believe they targeted you, David, because of your inventions, and this is one of them. So I pray that Doctors Without Borders will listen very carefully to what you're talking about and advocate for your freedom.
The reason it works so good, I think, is because it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it crosses the spinal fluid barriers. And copper basically goes everywhere, and we've actually had 2 reports of, one was lymphoma and some other cancers. It seems to go everywhere, and it seems to go after cancer also. So I would love to see these guys do some testing, add some more comments here, and I'll hang up. Okay.
All right, very, very good. And we're praying for you, David. Our prayers are with you, and I'm going to be looking for that email and any letter you send, and we'll do our best to get it to other people who need that information. And man, I'm looking forward to the day when you walk out of that prison. I know you are too.
Well, one way or another, we need to take and give this copper to the world. Most of the countries that are not part of the Codex Alimentarius allow people to use different things as medicine, but this country really doesn't want the cure to be found. That is my opinion.
You know, that's a very important phrase you just used. I didn't know what it meant for a long time, and I've looked it up, and people need to research what you just said, Codex Alimentarius.
Yeah, you have to have a prescription to get vitamin C in some countries that have the codex. So
incredible.
I'm against the codex, and I only worked in countries that did not have the codex, if you want to splice some of this in there.
All right.
Okay.
We love you, David. God bless.
God bless you.
All right.
Love you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.